Hi, I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. Well, do you want a good way to build wealth? Own commercial real estate or not. Real estate is one of the largest asset classes in the world. The largest asset that many middle-class Americans own is the family home. And real estate makes up a significant portion of the net worth of many wealth accumulators. Directly owning real estate is not an investment, though, for the faint of heart, the armchair investor, or the uneducated. Most wealth accumulators would do well to leave the direct ownership of real estate to the pros and invest in real estate investment trusts called REITs instead. Still, the lure of investing in a tangible asset like real estate is enticing for high-risk tolerant investors who need a sense of control, adventure, and interaction with their investments. So if you're among them, here are a few guidelines that might help keep you on the more profitable path. First, don't attempt to purchase investment real estate without the help of a commercial real estate specialist who's a fiduciary bound to look out for your best interest. I would suggest engaging a certified commercial investment member, also known as a CCIM, that has years of training and experience in analyzing and acquiring investment real estate. To find a CCIM near you, go to www.ccim.com. Next, you will sign a disclosure agreement that will tell you who the realtor represents. Be sure the realtor you engage represents you and not the seller, both parties, or neither party. You want him to represent you. Never trust the income and expense data provided by the seller's realtor. While a seller represented by a CCIM will have a greater chance of supplying you with accurate data, most will significantly understate expenses and overstate the capitalization rate. Selling realtors often understate the average annual cost of repairs and maintenance. That's a big one. I estimate this annual expense at 10%. Another often understated expense is management. Many owners manage their own properties, so the selling broker doesn't include an estimate for management expenses. They should. Real estate doesn't manage itself, ever. You will either need to hire professional management or do your own management, which is always a scary proposition. But even if you do it yourself, you have an opportunity cost of your time. It doesn't come free. So you must include a management fee in the expenses. Most small residential apartments and single-family homes will pay 10% of their rents to a manager. Next, verify all the costs presented to you by the seller's realtor. Demand copies of at least the last 3 and preferably 5 years of income tax returns. Research utilities, property taxes, legal fees, insurance costs, repairs, maintenance costs, replacement reserves, tax preparation, and of course the management fees. Now, as a rule of thumb, this is a general rule of thumb, expenses will average 40% of the rental income on average age properties where the tenants pay all utilities except water. Newer properties may have expenses as low as 35%, while older properties can be as high as 50%. This is just a very general rule of thumb, but know this: if a broker gives you an income and expense statement that shows a net operating income that's 20, or expense ratio that's 20% of rents, not buying it. Next, by subtracting the vacancy rate and the stabilized expenses from the rent, you're going to find the net operating income. This is the income that you will put in your pocket, assuming that the property is paid for. By dividing the net operating income by the purchase price, you will find the return you're going to receive on your investment, called the capitalization or cap rate. Now in Rapid City, South Dakota, where I live, single-family homes tend to have a cap rate of around 4%. Duplexes to eightplexes will have a cap rate of 5 to 8%. And larger residential and commercial properties will have an 8% to 12% cap rate. And this is very broad and very squishy, very much a general rule of thumb. But if you're looking at a large apartment complex that has a 6% cap rate, that's a big warning sign, or a retail strip center. And then again, if you're looking at a single-family home where the realtor tells you the cap rate is 8%, that's another warning sign. So, in summary, yes, you can build wealth with real estate, no question about it. You just need to educate yourself. Work hard. Start conservatively. Think long term. And be prepared for lean years, because they will come, as we have witnessed in the last 5 years. This isn't a quick or easy path to riches. Thanks for joining me.